Hey, Hanna, 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 hey, Hanna, Hanna, ho, ho. Hey, Hanna, 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 hey, Hanna, Hanna, ho, ho. Welcome to the Ohlone Village. This is what the Ohlone Village looked like 10,000 years ago. It also looked this way about 200 years ago, and we know that based on the journals and notebooks written by the Spaniards. In the sky, you can see that birds are almost blackening it out. There are so many. Nature was everywhere. You can see even big birds of prey. And some birds, if you look really closely, kind of look lower down near the mountain range, you can see some birds are dropping clams onto the ground to open them up so that they can eat the yummy morsels that are inside. Also in the mountain range, you can see that there's a mama bear with her baby bear. The Ohlones respected nature immensely and, of course, respected the bear. The bear had much importance to the Ohlone because they thought them to be very much the spirit of the shaman, their doctors. They did not kill bear because bear was respected as something that was not to be eaten. If you look up in the mountain range, you can see that there's quite a few huts, as well as acorn granaries, because every hut would have to have had an acorn granary attached with it, since you had to collect, about 200 pounds of food of acorns to feed each person for the entire year. And when they collected, they of course collected enough for the year, as well as leaving enough for the animals to have too. You can also see that there's many deer. Of course, the deer hunt was very important to the Ohlone people. The men followed strict rituals for the deer hunt. And you can see that they are shooting their bows and arrows. They've become one with the herd. They've dressed like the herd and have become one and can kill the herd once, or kill one or two deer once they're close enough. And then they will take the meat back and enjoy it with the tribe. The hunter who killed the deer, of course, would have little to none of it. You can also see that there's some children playing a hoop and spear game, which is very common. Also, there are some girls and collecting acorns. Actually, the men, women, and children collected the acorns, and there's many places where people are collecting acorns here. You can see inside the hut, there's a little fire for staying warm. And inside the hut, there's some shell jewelry hanging from the walls, the rafters. You can also see that there's some hunting going on in the water. There's some men working on setting up a net to catch fish. Some women have placed some soap root into the water so that they could catch the fish by having them float to the surface really quickly, by being paralyzed and then collecting them up. You can also see there's quite a few sea otters. There was a ton of sea otters 200 years ago and earlier. Even some right on the shore, which you never see today. There's some sea lions because Ohlones use the sea otter not only for food but also for making a warm cape. There are some deer up in the front as well. And there's just a ton of nature, many animals, lots of fish, and lots of ducks and birds. They would have collected many birds because it would take sometimes over 200 birds just to make a single headdress. And of course, they would have eaten the meat along with that. This is the Ohlone world.